alongside is my two hosts, Nick Tritton and Danny Jet. They've been with me the whole season long as we're at week 18, week 19 now.
Well, it's been a great hell of a season. We've had one great season. As you know, Orion Quinn and David West, my old homies, are retiring.
What inspired you guys to do this with me this season? And all the other seasons we've done this.
Well, we love basketball, but there was no job spots for neither of us in our organization. Danny? Well, yeah, and of course, let's talk about the game. What has John Karsten done to create Washington? He's made a team that's athletic, attributes that can play the game. Scott Lee is already a superstar, and he's a rookie. Manuel Portes and LiAngelo Brown both fall in the all-star spot, but this Scott Lee dude, he's already a good player. Even though he did not look like a good player back in the day, he is averaging money stats, 62.8 points. And even Connor Val himself, the best player in the world right now still, is telling him that he's going to be the next Connor Val. Even he gave his boots for luck, and he might take them back in the playoffs. I don't know. If they do play against each other, it does look like he's probably going to want to take those back, because Connor might be scared, because those are his OG boots, his rookie boots that he gave Scott Lee to use for his career. And he said, I love this guy. He's so young. He's so talented. He's going to do good in this league. And when I'm gone, he's going to take over. And he has two great teammates as well to do that with. Aaron Simmons reminds me of Kobe Wellman with his three-point shooting. And Brandon Lopez reminds me of Thomas Gill. Gill could shoot from threes everywhere. And Brandon Lopez can shoot from threes and everywhere around the court. These three dudes are very good at matchmaking. Aaron Simmons obviously averaging 31.2. Scott Lee got injured earlier in the season and he took over. Brandon Lopez averaging 22.8 and getting a lot of good boards, 5-6 rebounds per game. And obviously the all-star, most likely the rookie of the year, averaging a triple-double, has 222 threes, and averaging 62.8 points from the field goal percentage. He's also a very good three-point shooter, 50% at it, and he's very good at doing that. Now let's look at New York, Nick. Well, their big three has always been the dynasty big three. Jenny Lewinsky is a franchise player. She's never said, I want to leave this team. And she's having the best season of her career with her newly husband from 3 years ago. By the way, next Saturday, it is their 3-year anniversary together. Yeah, and they've been so happy. Jenny is averaging stats that you could never put up by yourself with Annie, because Annie would just hog the ball. But now look at this. What a player. Greg Lewinsky. What about this dude? He's averaging 49.1 points per game. Obviously averaging a triple-double with the talent that he has on his table. These guys are all pretty good players. They got it. And they are pretty talented at the end of the day. Mandy Davis. Has she had better seasons? Yes. But this lady is very good right now at the three-point shooting. She's made 7 threes this season. Not that good, but it's pretty good for a center overall. I don't see centers shooting that many threes. You know, Brooke Lopez is one of the best three-point shooting center in the NBA right now. So, yeah. You got to take pride in that. And you got to know it. So, Mandy Davis, what do you think about him? Well, Mandy is a very good player. She can do all these things that no one else can do and will always go down as the greatest center to ever play the game as a woman. even though Sarah Lopez is a factor, Mandy Davis is just way better. Even though Sarah could be a factor to get better than Mandy in the future. Well, this big three in New York City and this big three in Washington, they're facing up in 3 minutes. They're warming up right now. What does it look like? Who do you think is going to win? Stat Preview does say that New York is going to push this game to a lot. Let's get that loaded right here. They're going to score 142.9 points this season. They've averaged that much, so that's what they're going to do tonight. And then they're looking like Washington. The Washington Presidents will lose by 12 points based off the projections. About 12.5 points saying that they're going to lose by. What does this mean for Washington? Well, it does not mean anything. New York, they could fall down behind Orlando if they lose these next couple games. So, New York's got to make sure that they clinch berth and that their only rival is going to be Boston. And then when we look at Boston, what do we see? Well, Boston, they obviously are a good team, but New York lost to Toronto. New York versus Boston, we got to put that up there because that's a very important thing to talk about. New York and Boston, I never thought they would ever be rivals, but now they're big rivals. I guess the one season Jenny was very upset about Annie leaving, and now she's calmer about it because she has a new guy. Beat Boston. So if New York wins this game, they clinch the seed that they're in. They clinch a 4 seed and they keep Boston at 5. Now, New York, did Boston tie the series? Yes. So, New York and Boston have played each other 2 times, and they're tied in the series. Does that mean that we're going to see a tiebreaker game if we need to? Yes, we will need to see a tiebreaker game if Boston is with the same seeding as them. And for Boston to be that, they have to lose their next game. No matter what, they win their next game too. That's a scheduled game right away. Because if New York loses this one, what's their ranking? 9 and 10. And if Boston loses their one, they're 9 and 10. But if 10 and 9 and 9 and 10, Boston and New York, if they lose, they gotta hope for Boston to lose. If New York wins, they gotta hope for Boston to lose. Well, but if Boston wins and New York wins, then they must play each other for a tiebreaker ending. We're all ready to get ready here in New York City. Yeah, it's New York City basketball. Yeah, RBA basketball. RBA basketball. RBA basketball. Let's go. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Greg Lewinsky. Brandon Lopez. Here we go. This game is looking to be good already. As Jenny. Oh, that's a foul. Opa's not trying to foul Hurley here, but that's what the case is right now. San Diego and Dallas later today. Who do you think's gonna win that one, honestly? Well, whoever does clinches the 8th seed. So that's a very important game. Greg Lewinsky, Lee, bang, and Scott Lee already fired up. Scott Lee, Lewinsky, all 7 by himself so far. Does that look good or does that look bad? Well, Lewinsky's got to stop hogging the ball. Players are waiting for him to pass it up. And Jenny's gotten it a couple times. Jenny missing another 3. She's a pretty fast shooter. She can shoot the ball very fast, very quickly. And that's what's probably affecting her game tonight. Which is Lee, 3, bang, Scott Lee. And as consistent as this man has gotten, it's just not good. Lee, what a steal. And Lewinsky, another bad play. Lee's not that hard. Lee's pretty hard to stop tonight, honestly. Greg, 3, yes. Greg's had to do everything so far. Nice job by Vaders. Valerie. Oh. Simmons. Bang. Aaron Simmons. I don't know what the point is, but Jenny. And it's finally hitting. Lee. Bang! Scott Lee already with 11. And Greg with 12. Brandon, 3! Brandon Lopez! How do you feel about Dion? Well, he's obviously not going to be a starter next season if they get Rick Tridden Jr. I don't see anybody getting Rick Tridden Jr. Except for them. And Lee with a nice dunk. But if they do not get Rick Tridden Jr., another option is going for Mac Jack. And Jenny is fouled. Jenny playing very poorly tonight. Oh, free throw missed. I don't know what her point is, but New York City needs to start gaining back some attention. Losing to Orlando, losing to Cleveland, and losing to Toronto. Also losing to Boston. And last win was Jenny with 29. And that is not good. Because is Jenny thinking more about stats, as she had 46 that game, 41 that game, 41 as well that game, and 36 that game? Is she going to slow down so that her team can get the dub tonight? Or is she only thinking about stats? Well, she's the second best player on this team, it looks like, because Greg is leading the way. But she'll fire up eventually. Not right now, though. Lee. How did Lee miss that? One second.